PJM is available on cloud and on-prem. PJM improves the efficiency of the IBM B2B and MFT platforms, reduces the cost of daily health checks by 95% when done on the daily basis, reduces the downtime of the platform, improves the quality of services for your file transfers and B2B, provides centralized monitoring of various data points required to manage the platform, single tool to track 360-degree view of MFT platforms, centralized alerting capabilities to notify reactive and proactive alerts. Now we'll go to the dashboard directly. This is a sample dashboard. First, we'll discuss about the system health. In the system health, we'll cover the server status that indicates generally shown in 1 or 0. 1 indicates the server is up and running, 0 indicates the server is down. Next comes the application URL heartbeat. It shows the status of any web applications, that is Sterling Integrator and the B2B APIs, etc. So it has the two currently, SI and the web service API. Both the shows 1, that indicates both are up and running. Next comes the CPU utilization. CPU utilization is the utilized percentage over the time. Next comes the RAM utilization. In the RAM will show two values. One is used percentage and the next is free percentage. Next is the disk usage. In the disk usage, we'll show the used percentage of all the disk present in the server. Next comes the network. In the network, we'll give the inbound and outbound traffic in terms of MBs. So these are the different points we cover at the level of system. Next, we'll move to the database. In the database, we'll collect majorly three values. One is DB disk usage, that is in terms of percentage. Next comes the index archive purge. Next comes the pool. In the pool info will show the number of connections over the different pools present in the system, SI. Next we'll move to the processing. The processing will show the different metrics of the application. Firstly, the different BP status counts. So the business process over the different stages, number of business process over the different stages. So halted, halting, interrupted, waiting, and waiting on IO. Next comes the document process. In the document process, we'll show mainly two values. One is number of document processed, other is the document size in the MBs. So number of document processed is number of document processed in the system at that particular time. Next comes the document size, is the sum of the size of the document processed at that particular time. Next comes the queue depth, which will be shown from each and every queue, that is from Q0 to Q9. Next comes the adapter. Adapter status shows the different adapter status. Currently, for example, here we are showing the SFTP adapter, SFTP client adapter status, which is indicating 1, that indicates the adapter is on, up and running. Next comes the heap memory. In the heap memory, we'll show three values, that is free heap memory, and non-heap memory. Next comes the mailbox depth. So in the mailbox depth, we'll show two values. One is mailbox depth, other is the message size. Mailbox depth is nothing but number of files in a mailbox at a particular time. Size is nothing but sum of the files in the mailbox at that particular time. This can be configured to a particular mailbox or multiple mailboxes or complete all the mailboxes. Next comes the logs. In the logs, we'll show in the logs majorly we'll show one is logs and FIM monitoring. In the logs, any errors of the application logs will be reported here. Currently, it is showing no data, that indicates there are no logs reported in the particular system in the past 1 hour. Next comes the FIM, that indicates file integrity monitoring. It checks for the integrity of the files which is configured. That means if there is any changes to that particular file, will be reported here. So next comes the alerting. Any time to value graphs which are discussed till now has a capability of alerting based on the threshold. Once the value is reached above the threshold, those will be alerted. Alerts will be raised through email, can be reported to any ticketing tools like Jira, etc. So the alerts which are raised and various stages of alerts can be visible from the dashboard as well. So for example, here a halted count is showing in alerting stage. That indicates the value is above threshold. The particular value is above threshold. Next comes the OK state. That indicates the value is below threshold. The particular value is below threshold. Next, there is other state called pending, which is in between the alerting, like from OK to alerting. If the value is above threshold, first it goes to pending, and if it is continues to that state for particular minutes, that will go from pending to alerting. So these are the different stages of alerts. And we have other dashboard called recent state changes that indicates any changes happened in the particular window, hour window will be shown here. Not only seeing the past 1 hour data, we can go to any past particular time and view the history data as well. So these are the different data points covered under the monitoring of Jarvis. Thank you.